nuts. So that is what we're on live here to talk about. But before we talk about that, I just want to introduce myself. As I said, my name is Naday, and my channel on here on TikTok is The Diva Does Things. And I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm a fashion designer, but also content creator, creating lots of content. And today we're going to be doing this book. So that's why, oh, thank you so much, Princess. I see you. So you came here to hear about the book. So let's start. Why don't I actually just start from number 1? Let's read the first tip that he gives. First of all, though, this book was written by a man. It's Never Chase Men Again, written by a man. I don't know if that means something for some people, but to me, it means that maybe we should have a listen to what this man has to say about trying to tell us like how to never chase men again. So the first tip in the book, he says, is to never be too accessible. Some of them I feel like are a little bit obvious, but anyway, so never be too accessible. Before a serious relationship develops, do not allow yourself to be too available to a man, as men quickly tire of that which is easily obtained. So I feel like we all kind of know or have been told that men are hunters by nature. So with that being said, he's saying like don't be too accessible before a relationship is kind of like solidified. Let the man chase you. Like that is what the book is all about. And what I have noticed about this book is that in order to let a man actually chase you, you kind of have to like kind of sit back a little bit. And what it can mean at times is that perhaps you kind of let other men go. Like if a man is not being serious with you, he's not returning your phone calls or your texts, not chasing a man means that you don't check in with him and ask him, hey, haven't heard from you in a couple days. As soon as you do that, you are chasing him. That's the whole point. Sit where you are and let him come to you. So I got this book off Amazon. So I was influenced back a little bit ago, maybe a year ago, when everyone was talking about the book, Why Men Love Bees. So I purchased the book on Amazon, and this book was recommended to me, Never Chase Men Again, and I had never heard of it. So I said, you know what, it sounds good to me. Let's buy the book. And it's really, really good. So let's continue reading. Okay, so the first thing it says is that you've probably heard this all before, over and over and over again in women's magazines or in Dating Vice blog. But just because it's always mentioned doesn't mean you should take it for granted. As a guy, I can honestly say that one of the most common reasons men lose interest in women is because women in question do not present enough of a challenge. Now, here's the thing. I think sometimes it can be hard for us as women to accept the fact that maybe that guy who's not returning your phone call is just not that into you. You almost have to like face the reality, face the music, face rejection. You have to accept like that this guy is rejecting you a little bit and he doesn't want to be with you. So because we don't want to face rejection, we go and seek him out. And this man is saying, don't do that. Just accept it. He don't want you. If he wanted you, he would, be coming along to your way. So that's tip number 1. Let's read another tip here. Let's find another one. Okay. So tip number 6 says, never risk your self-respect by trying to force a man to take interest in you. It's better to disregard a man who displays wavering interest than to lose both your dignity and sanity fighting for his attention. Okay, so it goes on to say, do not fight, protest, struggle, complain, or nag a man whose desire and interest in you is obviously waning. It's kind of tough, isn't it? So it only makes you appear less dignified to him. and others who learn about it, but it will affect your self-esteem as well. Keep your dignity and do that which is most difficult for most women. Cease to entertain him. So what this man is saying in tip number 6 is that in the event when the guy goes cold, when he stops returning your call and he's texting you 6 hours later, 12 hours later, you don't need to go and like send him that paragraph saying, you know what, you need to know my worth, and I, as a woman, I'm not going to accept this type of behavior. Like, this man is saying, save it. Don't nag, don't struggle, don't protest. And sending a paragraph when the guy goes cold on you, saying that, all the things that you deserve, and yes, you do deserve them, but he's saying when you protest, you end up losing in the end. You will end up losing your self-respect and your dignity. So for those who are just joining in, we are here. We are reading from Never Chase Men Again. All right, you have come just in time. Be sure to tap the screen. You know how it goes. Come on, y'all. Tap the screen. Like, share, interact. Let's go. While I'm reading, you can let me know in the comments where you're from, where you're joining in from. I'm from Toronto, Canada. So let's continue. Let's continue here. Okay, this is a really good one. So this is tip 22. We're over here. And hey Uganda, what's going on? We got someone from Toronto. I'm African too. My father is from Ghana. So I am African. My mom's from Jamaica. I've got the island and the West African vibes going on. Love it over here. So keep on tapping. Keep on tapping. All right, let's do this. So number 22. Okay. Stay positive as you search for the right suitor. Again, this is from Never Chase a Man Again. Stay positive. You know what? You know that old saying, when you get knocked down off a horse, like, you have to get back up again? That's what he's saying here. Hey from Kenya, hey from Trinidad, keep it going. I want to know where everyone's from. Basically, stay positive. It can be rough out here, and it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what size you are. You could be 22, fit and skinny and whatever. You could be 34, 35. You could be any body shape. You could be any color. You could be black, white, yellow, and blue. Dating is hard. Dating is hard for anyone. Dating is hard for women who have a lot of potential suitors. Dating is hard for women who don't have as many potential suitors, because guess what? Even women who have a lot of guys like reaching out on dating apps and whatnot, a lot of how many of those guys are actually real suitors and potential suitors? A lot of them probably suck. So, think about it that way. So he says it's important for a woman to understand that rejection, love loss, and bad timing are all a part of life's dating journey. You may be tempted to act wishy-washy. Oh, here we go. So this is basically, he's talking about what happens when, and I've experienced this, when you can become jaded. When you become jaded after having maybe bad experiences in relationships and dating men. So you may be tempted to act wishy-washy with men after a string of guys treat you the same way. You might find yourself crying on the floor of your bedroom when a guy breaks your heart. Or you may be tempted to cut off your hair. You know what happens. He said you know what happens, so you know. After a tumultuous breakup with a man that you gave your all to, that's okay, he says. Don't let these types of experiences define you. And that's the truth, isn't it? Because in life, not everyone is going to like you. Not everyone's going to be your friend or your best friend. Not everyone can. But the main point is to remain positive. Make sure you keep your chin held high. And don't let those negative experiences define who you are as a person. But before I continue, I just want to let everyone know who's joining in. We are reading from Never Chase Men Again. I posted a little excerpt from the book a couple days ago, and you guys loved it. You blew up the post. You've blown up my page so far. So many people are asking about the book. We are reading from the book today. And while we're at it, make sure you like the live and share the live, okay? She's trying to grow here, okay? You know how it goes. When you go to the live, you tap the screen, you like, you share with your friends. And please tell me where you are from. I'm from Toronto, Canada. Where are you joining us from? Someone said, I was with this guy. He texts me every day. The second I start also being sweet, he is now cold. Okay, so my question to you is, did he say that you were his girl first? Before, when you started to be sweet back, you're like, oh my gosh, this guy really, I get it. Okay, I'm a girl too. Oh my gosh, he's texting me every day. That must mean he really likes me. And yes, it does. It's a good sign. But when you started texting back, or when you started to be sweet to him, was this before or after he defined a relationship with you? Because one of the tips that Bruce in the book says, hey from Bosnia, how's it going? One of the tips that he says is to basically restrain yourself. Like, we want to so bad, just like, you can have it all. We're kind of, I don't know, we're a little bit extreme like that, women. And that's fine because we're emotional beings. But he's saying before this man solidifies and cements the relationship with you, restrain. Keep your feelings to yourself. I'm glad that you like him, but keep your feelings to yourself. And she says, I'm from LA. Hey, from LA, what's going on? Okay, I'm from Toronto. How y'all doing in LA? I'm 27 years old. I just ended an engagement with a physically abusive ex. The dating here, and then it cuts off. So I'm so happy for you. God bless you that you were able to get out of that relationship. I wish you all the best with that. So Hannah says, before he told me he doesn't like easy. Yeah, so I mean, the point is, you can like the guy, but make sure you are keeping those deep feelings to yourself. Now, don't be rude, don't be, standoffish. When he calls, answer. Maybe let it ring a little bit, but answer the phone. When he plans a date with you, you don't have to be too available, but still go on the dates. But that sweetness, like your essence, your womanly, femininely heart, keep that. Reserve that for your boyfriend, for your fiance, for your husband. Do not give your sweetness and your essence and all your goodness to a guy who's just texting you. Don't do that. Okay, so we are reading from the book Never Chase Men Again. All right, we are on tip 22. We're going to continue reading. So the tip is to stay positive while you search for the right suitor. And I'm going to continue. So he says, if you become easily disheartened after a bad breakup, or because you lost some guy's interest, okay, he's talking to us here. If you become easily disheartened, you may find that your attitude towards men may slowly change for the worst. Now, you know this is true. How many times we get online, we hear these men are trash, men ain't ish, this, that, and the third. We know this, and we hear this all the time. And it's not to say that there aren't bad men out there. That's the truth. But if you are a woman seeking a man, that is probably not a very good outlook to have. You want to have a positive outlook, but while still remaining realistic that there are bad people in the world. So he says, nothing is more unattractive to a quality, genuine guy than a woman who seems as if she doesn't enjoy being around men. So here's what I want to say to this. First and foremost, to the men who have belittled you, put you down, they are taking you for granted, they don't see your worth. It's not that, oh, you're not high value enough. That's a crock, okay? I'm not here for that. You have all the value in the world because you were made by God. So God is the one who determines your value. And then you are the one who validates your own value to yourself and to the world. So I say this guy who stopped texting you, or they stopped returning your calls, or they dumped you or whatever, they are so insignificant in your life. Do not let this guy disrespect you and also take away your light and your shine. Like, that's too much. You know, that you're doing too much. Don't let this guy walk out on you, but also walk out with your light and your shine. And I'm talking to myself here too, okay? He already did the disrespect. We can't do anything about that. But what we can do is keep our light and our shine going, because it is a gift from God, and every day is a gift. So someone says, how do we need to be nice to men that we don't like? How do we need to be nice to men that we don't like? You don't be nice to men, period. You don't be nice to men, period. You be kind, you be ladylike, but you don't be nice to men, period. Because what has he done for you to be nice to him? Okay, so, all right, let's go to tip number 23, since we're right here. So thank you so much, guys, for continuing to like the live. Make sure to continue tapping the screen. Let's share this live out there to as many people as we can. I have been working so hard to try to grow my channel, so I love and appreciate your support so much. So tip number 23, never chase men again. Oh, I put the how by accident. Okay, so do you mean why do we need to be nice to men that we don't like? Is that what you mean? We don't. Still, like, we don't have to be nice to men at all. The only man you need to be nice to is a man who puts a ring on it. It's the only man. And your father and your brother and your sons. That's it. Okay, so tip number 23. Be graceful when communicating with men, okay? The masculine heart is helpless in the presence of a woman whose language is tender and respectful. So he goes on to say, ensure that you communicate gracefully with men you date. High quality men seek out women with high emotional intelligence for relationships. These are women who can confidently express themselves without emasculating the guy in the process. So this correlates back with the last point, in that you need to remain positive in your pursuit for the right man. It is too much for you as a woman to allow a man to leave your life. Okay, it's not by your own accord. He left. He's not that interested. That's okay. We're not everyone's cup of tea. But don't let him leave and also take your light with him. So that means that the next time that you go out with a man, you are talking to him, it should be as if nothing ever happened. All right? It should be as if nothing ever happened. You're going to communicate with men like, or with this man, like, can you, like nothing bad ever happened to you. Hold on, I got distracted. Can you record this live and upload it? I'm at work, but I really need to see this. Oh, how do I do that? Oh no. Can you comment how to record, because this is my first time going live. I have no clue. Oh, you can mirror your video? Yes, there we go. Oh. I think there should be an option to replay it later. Oh, now I'm here. It's being recorded right now. Okay, yeah, if it's being recorded, I can totally upload the recording. I can upload on, okay, I also have girlfriends. Hold on. There we go. I mirrored myself, so I'm like opposite now. I also have YouTube. I'm on YouTube. It's the same handle, The Diva Does Things. So I might upload the whole video there, because I don't think I'll be able to upload everything on TikTok. Okay, so you can just save it at the end. Yes, okay, I'll be sure to do that. Thank you so much. I think I did it again. 7. Uh-oh. What am I doing? Okay. All right. Okay, so we are reading from the book. Here we go. I mirrored my video so you could see it better. Never Chase Men Again by Bruce Bryant. Oh my god, yes, I will upload it for you. Don't you worry. But if you want me to upload it, yeah, you better make sure you tap it so that everyone who needs to hear from this book can hear. All right, I'm going to continue on with 23. Okay, I'm getting so distracted with the mirroring. I'm going to put to how it was before, but I don't know how to do that now. Mirror your video. Okay, all right, that's better. Okay, we're normal again. All right, so let's go. The way you handle disagreements and conflict plays a huge role in how men determine whether or not a relationship is worth it. Now, before I kind of dive into that, I don't want it to seem like everything is like in the man's hands. Like, well, if he wanted to, he would. If he sees your value enough, then he'll put a ring on your finger. And the purpose is not to put all the cards in the man's hand. But we have to take in mind that this book was written by a man, and we all speak from our experiences in life, don't we? Right? So he's speaking as a man, and as a man, he's speaking to women. So, of course, you have to also vet the man. Like, do I even like him? Do I want him? Do I want to be married to him? Could I see myself having kids with him? Is he a good man? We have to also vet all of those things too. But for the purpose of this book, we are speaking from a man's perspective. Okay, so he says the way you handle disagreements and conflict plays a huge role in how men determine your worth as a relationship. So the point is, what do we do sometimes when something doesn't go our way? Now I'm going to paint you this picture. Let's say you're the kind of girl who, like me, I like to be showered with gifts. When this man is taking me on a first date, he better be bringing me a bouquet of roses, because I like that. That makes me happy. That makes me smile. Okay? And let's say that he doesn't. Let's say that when we're going on the date, he doesn't open the car door for you. Let's say that he's not like opening the doors for you, ushering you in, like doing all those sweet, gentlemanly things that you like to do. The point here, what Bruce is trying to tell us, is the way that you handle yourself in disagreements or conflicts is a game changer for men. But, okay, let me say this first. Listen, if he's not doing the things that you like, that's okay. You take a note of it and you go, he didn't get me flowers. He didn't open my door. What kind of man is this? He is definitely not getting a second date. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Like, if you think, like, if you don't like him, that's fine. But what we're not going to do as women, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me calm down. What we're not going to do as women is pipe up. Oh, I can't believe you didn't bring me flowers. What kind of man are you? Oh, I thought you were going to get my door. I only date men who get my door. I only date men who bring me to 5-star restaurants. Okay, I know that I only date men like that, but he doesn't know that. So he might not get a second date, but what we're not going to do is lose it in front of him just because he didn't get us flowers. Like, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. All you need to do as a woman is just don't go on a second date, because you only go on second dates with guys who meet your standards. That's what he's trying to say. So we need to handle ourselves accordingly. So for those who are just joining in, we've had a few more join in. My name is Nade. I am your host. Today we are reading from the book Never Chase Men Again here on TikTok. You guys blew up my video about it. So we're here to do a live reading from the book. Make sure you continue to tap the screen, share with your friends, share on Instagram, share on Facebook, share wherever you like, so we can get this out to all the women who need to see it. And I want to say thank you so much to all my new followers. Where did you guys come from? Because the diva's been here for a while, okay? You know, we've been here for a while, and y'all just got here, but I'm so happy that you're here. So let's continue reading. Okay. Here's a good one. So tip 28. High quality men have low tolerance for seemingly manipulative or egocentric women. Resist the urge to communicate your courtship expectations of a man prematurely. Thank you, Tana C. Thank you, girl. Let me follow you right now. Where's your page? Can I follow? I can't follow you now, but I will make sure to follow you back later. I really, oh, thank you. Please don't. Girl, no, don't even put me in that category, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna continue reading, please. Okay? Okay. So tip 28. Okay, so basically, men have I'm sorry. Let me get serious. High quality men have a low tolerance for seemingly manipulative or egocentric women, okay? So the point is, I see so much toxic tips for, you just go and search on TikTok, how to get a guy obsessed with you, how to get a guy to buy you gifts, how to get a guy to do this and do that. Like, it's low-key, it's manipulative, and it's low-key witchcraft. Just like, I'll tell you this, if I'm talking to a guy and he's texting me and he says like, oh, good morning, beautiful, and I love good morning texts, who doesn't? And then I respond back, like, I don't know, within 10, 20 minutes, I respond back in a reasonable amount of time. Oh, good morning, have a good day, ta-ta-ta. And this man don't respond back for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours? Like, the game is so obvious at this point. When a guy doesn't text me back right away or in a reasonable amount of time, which is not 6 hours, it's within 30 minutes to an hour. That's reasonable. That doesn't make me like him more. It just makes me look at him like, do you not know who's in front of you? Do you not know who you're talking to, sir? Okay, all right, well, I guess you don't know. Let me keep it pushing. What she said, what Ella said. Okay, so, all right, so let's continue reading. At the start of a budding romance, it is best to be modest with how you communicate your expectations to a man, especially when it comes to how you hope to be wooed by him. So I've been guilty of this, where I will tell a guy like, this is what I expect. I expect, you to be like, doing whatever, and then it doesn't really ever work, because who wants to be told that? I remember one time I was talking to a guy on the phone, and I'm a fashion designer, okay? So I design clothes, I make clothes, but I'm not a tailor. Those are two different things, okay? And this man was like, oh, you're a fashion designer? So I have some shirts that kind of don't really fit me very well. They're a little bit too big for me. Do you think you can tailor them for me? Sir, this is our first phone call. You want me to now? I had to hang it up. Okay, here we go. Literally. So imagine after dating a guy for about 2 weeks, he begins to make both subtle and blatant suggestions about what he expects from you. Imagine after several dates where you're just getting to know one another, he begins to hint, non-jokingly, that you should cook for him. Or that he requests you to dress or speak a certain way. Oh no. What would you think of a guy like this? So the point is, we're talking about the beginning stages, right? We're not talking about when you're in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, like, of course, communicate your needs. Talk to your partner. This is your boyfriend. This is your fiance. This is your husband. But when you're talking about someone who you just are getting to know, the only thing you need to do, especially as a woman, is sit, okay, and look pretty, and smile, and sip your water, okay, and say, oh, how do you do? And then you say, he asks you, how was your day? And you go, oh, my day was really good. I did this and I did that. How was your day? Oh, that's all you need to do. It's just like, feel them out, feel the vibe, have polite conversation. We don't need to like be telling them all the things that they need to do for us, because if you are anything like me, you know that you require a lot. So we're just gonna ease them on into it, aren't we? Okay, so for those who are just coming in, again, we are reading from Never Chase Men Again. I'm gonna have to go soon, but I want to read a couple more and talk to you guys on a little bit. I am so excited to be live. This is my first live. I have been waiting so long to go live, so I am here. The diva is here going live, and I'm so happy to be talking to y'all. Like, okay, like I'm happy. So tip number 32. All right. By the way, before I read tip number 32, please continue to tap the screen, like it up. Okay, it's not your first time being on a live. You know how it goes. You gotta tap the screen, you gotta share, interact in the comments, and tell me where you're from. Tell me what's going on with you. Talk to me. Tell me what's up. Tell me what's good. Baby, give us a tea. That's what I'm here to do. That's how we roll over here. Y'all are just getting to know the diva. This is what I've been doing, y'all. Okay, let's read. All right. Tip number 32. Do not move in with a man. Oh, here. This is a man. It's a man. Bruce is a man. And Bruce, the man who wrote this book, is telling the girls, do not move in with him, sis. Okay, let's read on. Like most of the guidelines in this book, okay, your mileage with this one may vary depending on your personal lifestyle choices, okay? Again, I am not here to tell you how to live your life, but I will provide you with sometimes harsh truths of how men think and behave. Men that are sarcastic are the biggest turnoff. I feel you, but I do like a funny guy, but it has to be like jokes. Like, I like a funny personality, not sarcastic jokes, because sarcasm is always at someone else's expense, and that's a bully. That's a low-key bully. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so here's one of them. If you are interested in getting married while you still have your teeth, stop. Moving in with a man is a terrible idea. Okay, so can we guess why it's a terrible idea? Now, I know there are plenty of people who move in together for so many different reasons. Like, this is not a one-size-fits-all type of thing. They're just tips, and we're here discussing those tips. Men that are... Yes, okay. Let's continue. When it comes to relationships, men require a we must make this work mindset. Did you get that? He's asking, did you get that? Men require a we must work mindset in order to make the self-sacrifices necessary to ensure that a relationship thrives. Let's continue. If there is no significant cost... Oh no. He's about to get a little disrespectful, isn't he? Okay. If there is no significant cost to being with a woman, whether financial, social, or emotional, a man can bail as soon as the relationship grows beyond his capacity to bear. Oh no, someone said, oh no, think I did it again. 7 said you become the placeholder. Oh no, say it ain't so. So basically what he's telling us in tip number 32, don't move in with a man, is that a man, I don't know, he's saying that needs to feel like there is a cost to this relationship. He needs to feel like there is some sort of burden that he has to carry. And I think that all comes down to the man having to work for you. And if you move in with him too soon, then the cost and the burden to bear for this relationship becomes zero. And especially if you're going 50-50 and you're going to work every day and putting in your portion of the rent every month, you're a roommate. You're a roommate at that point, and he's just sharing an apartment with you, and that's not okay. So he says a married man has much more motivation to work things out with his beloved because of his public commitment. And he is socioeconomic and the socioeconomical ramifications that follow the failure. So he's saying when you move in with a man, when you're just dating before marriage, you're just making it too easy for him. And he's saying that if the man decides tomorrow, I don't want to be here, the man can get up and pack his bags and go. But when the man is married, he's saying, of course, the man can still decide this, but it will be difficult. There will be more parameters against him. Now, if you think about it for a second, like the institution of marriage was made by man, but the concept of marriage was made by God. Like you can see that clearly. We know this was made by God. But the institution, the whole like getting the papers, you got to sign the papers, you know, the tax benefits, whatever, you're now one under the law, all those things were man-made. And if you think about it, even the ramifications of divorce were also, the legal ramifications, the monetary ramifications were also made by men for a reason. Perhaps you could say that reason is to keep them from leaving and keep them inside of the relationship. I don't know, but this is just what he's telling us. So we're just listening, you know, everything, sprinkle what you hear with salt. Take everything with a grain of salt. Okay, so we'll go on to read. But there won't be enough external pressure present to keep him motivated to work things out if you're merely cohabitating. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Oh no, say it ain't so. Okay, so I think I'm gonna read one more, you guys. I've had so much fun being on this live here with you. I cannot wait till the next one. Be sure to continue to tap the screen. It's my first live, so I will do my best. I hope that I'm able to like download everything and share it properly on TikTok or on my YouTube. My YouTube channel is the same name, The Diva Does Things. I'm so happy you guys are here. We want more. I want more. Don't worry, I have more for you. So let's read one more and then we will call it. Let's go to the beginning. Got a good one here. Yes, I'm just so happy. So I just hope you can really see that. Like, she's happy. Okay, number 5, let's read this one here. Do not speak ill of your exes, especially if you're just getting to know a guy. Now, I want to say, I feel like a lot of women know this very well. A lot of men don't. I cannot tell you how many guys I just talked to, texted, whatever, will come in and be saying, oh yeah, my ex, she did this. Oh, my ex was crazy. Like, they will go on and on and on and on and on about their ex. Or they will ask you, oh, like, tell me about your ex. Tell me, why did your last relationship break up? They want to know. And I find that very strange. And it's a lack of emotional intelligence. But anyway, let's just read. So, do not speak negatively about your past relationships. Habitually bad-mouthing your exes in front of men who barely know you won't earn you their pity. It will only earn you their repulsion. And I agree with this so much. Any man who's ever spoke badly about his ex to me, I just go, well, clearly you are half of the problem. So it's better to just leave it like in the books, like leave it in the past, learn from your mistakes, and then move on and have a fresh start with this man or with the new man. Okay, so he goes on to say, another thing to consider is how a guy may view your own level of self-awareness and responsibility. That's the same thing I was just saying. He or you were obviously in the relationship, so you know, and I'm not talking about abuse here, like, you know, let's not get extreme. Obviously, abuse is a different situation, but it always takes 2 to tango. The ex might have been bad, but what was your role to play in it? So let's just take the bad, leave it in the past, learn from our mistakes, and break that cycle and do something new. So with that being said, that was our live reading from Never Chase Men Again. I have been your host, Nade Laura Marmon. your host of The Diva Does Things. I am so happy that I had so many of you here on the live today. Stay tuned for more. My YouTube is the same handle, The Diva Does Things. Come on over to my channel, or come on over to my channel on YouTube. I do daily vlogs over there too. I'm a fashion designer, as I said, so there's lots of stuff going on. I am here to entertain you. This is literally what I love to do the most. I be talking too much, y'all, but I be talking for a reason and a purpose. I have something to say. So on the next live, I don't know what we're gonna talk about. Maybe we'll read more from this book, or we can just have a conversation about life, dating, being a woman, all these different things. Feel free to comment on any single one of my videos, different topics that you would want to talk about in the next live, because I also want to have a conversation with you. The last thing that, like, I don't know, I cannot stand lives where I'm just like watching someone stare at a screen, or they're just responding to what people are asking and they don't really have anything to say. I have a lot to say, but I also want it to be a conversation between you and I. So yes, Ray says, I love this so much, can't wait. Mina says, oh, thanks, this was pleasant. I think I did it again. Sorry, I'll get it. But says, what to wear on a first date? I got you in the next one. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.